Bun găsit tuturor! Vom începe în aproximativ 15 secunde. Bun, bine v-am găsit. De această dată încercăm și o nouă formulă prin care ne puteți și vedea live, astfel încât să vedeți că suntem oameni și să ne și cunoașteți, să vedeți cine vă oferă informațiile. Informații ce sperăm să fie cât mai interesante și de această dată și următoarele minute, aproximativ 40 de minute în funcție de cât de interesant vi se va părea și dacă vor fi întrebări, să le punctăm. Începem acest nou webinar, sau mai bine spus, o continuare a webinarului de săptămâna trecută, rămânând în aceeași zonă de identificare și management de la distanță prin tehnologia radio. Ne-am dorit să putem organiza aceste prezentări, totuși fiind, după părerea noastră, soluții inovatoare, soluții de actualitate, astfel că prezentările de astăzi vor fi ținute în limba engleză, deoarece ne dorim să aflați direct de la specialiști informațiile concrete și relevante. După cum am promis, vom începe cu soluția de digital signage și electronic paper, pentru care Peter va puncta atât elementele componente, dar și studii de caz cu aplicabilitatea acestei soluții în diverse industrii, după care Marco va aborda tema siguranței persoanelor în diverse contexte și modul în care tehnologia poate ajuta în eliminarea riscurilor. Sperăm să găsiți prezentările interesante. Așa cum vă spuneam, secțiunea de question and answer este deschisă și puteți adresa întrebări oricând pe parcursul prezentărilor. Fiind informații destul de multe, să le puteți cuprinde pe toate, iar la final specialiștii alături de care ne aflăm astăzi vor răspunde punctual. Astfel că vom începe cu Peter, Sales Manager în cadrul Elen Consult. Peter, your mic, please.
Okay, is it okay now?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you, Kathleen, and thank you, Total Technologies, to have me again here on the webinar series. Talking today, one of the possibilities how to keep your business safe. I will be today talking about the usage of wireless e-paper displays in retail, logistics, and production. So, next slide, please. Hereabout, as I told you, we are talking about smart e-ink displays, which use wireless infrastructure, a piece of software, and a little piece of engineering and knowledge which we provide. Just to have a short introduction, Elen Consult is a consultancy company, independent one, founded in 2003 in Austria, and we offer a bright variety of different consultancy projects. And our owner, Dr. Michael Moosburger, decided in 2008 to found a new company, a spin-off company of Elen Consult called Imagotech. This company was completely focused on developing and the new technology using e-paper displays for the retailers. So shortly after that, the retail giant SES from France joined this. Yeah, since many years, SES Imagotech has its standing as the world's biggest producer and developer on the field of digital ESL solutions. Next slide, please. As you can see, over 100 retail chains worldwide already trust on these solutions, which were developed for and with them together. It also offers you a bright variety of options, what you can do or how you can communicate with these stacks. Kathleen, next slide, please. So in retail, when we speak about store efficiency, this system offers us the possibility that with one press of the button, we can change the prices in many stores. Many stores means also many hundred stores if they are connected in a big network over which we can allow to make these changes. So if we go from this side, it allows you to let's say save a lot of time and money if you calculate how many staff you need, for example, and also printing to change a retail store which has approximately 8 or 10,000 different products. So this system allows you that you in a very short time, we're talking about seconds, change the prices all over your markets. It also allows you to communicate as a retailer with your customers. It means you can display on this small displays either 1D or 2D barcodes, which can be connected either to the producer's website to get some information about allergens or ingredients in this, or it can be connected directly to a weekly sales paper and some sales actions from the side of the retailer. It also has an integrated NFC module, which means it can communicate with all mobile devices that are used by the clients. Next tag, please. Katalin, next slide, please. So the e-commerce on one side and the demands to get more flexible put a lot of pressure on stores. So they have to see how can they provide and give a better how to say better performance for the investors. Next slide, please. As mentioned before, it also allows you to make an OptiPick either for the client or either for the staff working in a shop, because the ESL displays also contain a flashing LED light, which allows you to enter the shop and see where the light is blinking, and you can get easier and faster to the product you were looking for. Or, for example, in e-commerce times, if we have a pick in store, it also allows the staff worker to manage the picking in a shorter time, seeing the LED blinking and guiding him through the shop to fulfill this order made by e-commerce. Next slide, please. As mentioned before, there are different possibilities how to make these OptiPicks and also paying at the tag, which is already not only a future but already today in the shops. We will see shortly after this a short video percentage, because a video shows more than 1,000 words. So I will now take a break and let Katalin roll the video. One back.
No, sorry, I think that the video comes...
One back.
Today, shoppers need easy access to information across all channels. With Vusion's in-store digital platform, shoppers can now access a full range of e-services whilst shopping. Our in-store product search features precise product geolocation, allowing for customers to find products easily with precise store maps. And Vusion's flashing digital labels help shoppers find their desired product in an instant. Customers can also access rich content in store through NFC and QR code interactions, allowing them to get better, faster information in store. Stores can customize marketing content at the shelf, allowing customers to benefit from tailored offers on all kinds of displays. The platform offers store-specific information about new products and special deals, ensuring customers only have access to items available in their store, as well as ensuring all information is up-to-date and synchronized across channels. Customers can also access fast checkout services with Vusion, avoiding long waiting lines. The process is completed without the need for additional apps and is sign-up free, allowing for a seamless digital shopping journey in store. Seamless and omni-channel. Enhance your in-store shopping experience today with Vusion by SES Imagotag.
So you saw now this video which told all the story I was talking about before. Hopefully it was also okay from the speed up. So we are talking here about e-ink displays or e-ink technology, which allows us at the moment 3 different colors that can be displayed on this display. So black, white and red, and yellow is optional. We have a wireless data transmission, but shortly after this I will explain how this works. These tags are also equipped with small lithium cell batteries, which you can find or buy in any shop. So if you make an update with 2 times per day, these batteries last for about 5 years and can be easily then changed with years. And also the software provided with this system informs you about the battery status of each and every single ESL you have in store. Next slide, please. At the moment, we can provide or install 13 different sizes of labels, which you can see on these slides, providing the variety of different actions, for example, multicolor flashing, LED lights, active NFC, or the different colors of the displays. Next slide, please. Here again, the next 2 slides or 3 slides will show you the variety and also the possibilities you can display on these ones, but every display or the quality of the photo is about the quality of the photo that we get and can put inside. So with the software you can develop these tags, and the system works, for example, like this, that every display has its own barcode, and for every display we got in the software a template which is, we call it merit to this display's barcode. So you can always, over the software provided, check what's the content, if the content was sent to the explicit display, and what's the status of the battery. Next slide, please. So mentioned before, we are using here a radio frequency, and for this we need a very good VLAN integration, very good Wi-Fi, because it depends also on the performance of the tag. So if we have some blind spots, then we have also problems with the transmission of the data needed on these ESLs. So we as LN Consult, as an integrator, also offer Wi-Fi site service where we measure if the frequency and how the VLAN network is working and how it's covered. So there are different access points we use. We can also use a dongle, which can be adapted on an existing VLAN or access point. So we can use already that network that is consisting, but it always depends on the model and on the producer of this access point. Next slide, please. As mentioned before, we have a variety of different access points which allow us to communicate with different, not only with ESLs, as we have also possibility to communicate with digital signage, other monitors used in a shop or in a shopping mall. Next slide, please. Yeah, core appliance is a possibility if the customer wants to have it installed all in one shop or in several shops on premise. But we also recommend the option as a cloud option where you can access the SAS Imagotag cloud, and over that communicate with all the displays, which is also maintenance free almost, and also let's say less expensive as the physical components. Next, please. Mentioned before, we have 2 or 3 different software solutions offered. The Jiggy platform is the SAS Imagotag own software that is provided, or over which you can, as mentioned before, access to all the displays, see the status, see the battery quality, see the information when it was last updated, and if the updates you've sent have come to there. So in case that we have an electricity outbreak, the displays still show you the last update that was sent. So the displays are never blank. They always show you, for example, the last status that was sent to you. Next slide, please. Yeah, multi-manager store means you can cover or make a setup of more or many stores you have in your retail chain, and connect and access them one by one. Next slide, please. Yeah, Studio, it doesn't show you, is called the software where you can design your own display. So this template mentioned before, and where you can put different contents from pictures, barcodes, different, it's 1D normal barcode 128 or a QR code setting in, and also variety of sizes or information which you saw already before. Next slide, please. Mentioning before digital signage, this is the second software which allows you to communicate with several different displays in a store, and it also allows you to have different contents, not only as mentioned before this Jiggy Studio, but you can also provide or download information from the internet, either a video or a weather forecast, or any news which are presented on several websites. Next slide, please. Yeah, it again mentioned what is possible with this Sclera software. Next slide, please. Yeah, we'll speed up a little bit. Katalin, you can just press some buttons to show the people hearing and looking which are the possibilities. This means you can use these ESLs also as ad shelf commercials for different producers, and it also allows you to let's say charge them to have this commercial on your displays. For example, the biggest electronic chains in Germany, Saturn and no, I can't say it. They've used this possibility to get the investment very soon back. Which you see now, Fusion Rail is the future of these ESLs, which allows you also to send to these rails video content and also interactive communicate with the customers. So please roll the video, Katalin. Thank you. Okay, on the next slides, you will see I will speed up a little bit now. Katalin, you can just go through the pages. It shows the different use cases we as LN Consult are providing it, because we are not just integrators in retail, but we use these ESLs for room signage, for example, to outfit different meeting rooms with a connection to Microsoft Office and Outlook, when you can book these conference rooms. Another use case is also in the gastronomy and restaurants, also events for numbering seats or personalize it. We also have a use case, Westbahn, for reserving seats on the railways. And what is very new, and a lot of integrations in Germany have been done, is the cooperation with AlphaWorks from Germany. They're #1 on the segment of used or new car sailing with this carrying units in which you can put these ESL displays, and allows you to change the prices dynamically all over your parking spot if you have, let's say, for example, more than 100 cars waiting outside. So it's a very good solution. And special cooperations were made with Mercedes-Benz, BMW, and with the Volkswagen Group, where these designs and also the fonts were adapted to the concern regulations from the car producers. Mentioned before, we are doing a lot in logistics and industry, and in this case you can see the variety also which offers you with this displays. You can use it either as a marker for storage places, or you can use it with pick by voice, changing the proofing code on it, or with the labels you can also provide beside this pick by voice technology also pick by light or simulate pick by light, allowing the picker in the warehouse to find the products needed very soon. We also use these solutions in C-part deliveries, where it allows us. Can you go a slide back, please? It shall, when you see on the right side, it's also a variety of labels which use buttons which you can trigger an action, for example, to purchase or send out an order to refill this container with the parts missing. So it can be done automatically in the background, connecting with your WMS or ERP, telling them what's the content, or there is another solution with an integrated scale, which also allows you to limit the quantity of the content which is in, and to make a refill order. So I'm almost at the end of my presentation. Sorry for a bit over, but there were a lot of slides. Hopefully it was very interesting for you. As mentioned before, the services we provide, on one side, it's consulting how to use this technology the best way it can. We also provide help desk hotline, also on the Romanian market, together with Total Technologies, which is our one and only partner there to help us on that market and to be local providing. Monitoring is also a big topic in this, and we also integrate and train the users how to work in the future with this. So basically that should be the last slide. So if you have any questions, don't hesitate, send it to Catalin, and we will answer you as soon as possible, and hopefully it was very interesting for you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Peter, also. Interesantă soluția, sperăm că așa o vedeți și noastră, în special aplicabilitatea în diverse domenii, nefiind punctată pe retail, să-i spunem, și ne putem folosi de informația pe care o afișează aceste etichete electronice, de modul cum le putem gestiona, astfel încât operațiunile să fie cât mai facile. În continuare, Marco, part Italia, va intra în detaliile soluției de monitorizare, să-i spunem, a oamenilor. Marco? Your mic, please.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you, Catalin, for the opportunity. Thank you to Total Technology. I would like to remind that it's almost 20 years that I'm cooperating with Total. It was my first travel to Romania many years ago, and I met Total Technology. So I'm glad that now we start again another cooperation. Next slide. So who is Partitalia? Okay, Partitalia is a company that is having a large experience, especially in the smart card personalization and customization, and we are RFID reader manufacturer. So we will see next time maybe what is about. We have more than 4,000 customers and partners all over Europe, and honestly speaking, we are running out of Europe right now. Next. So these are our business lines. So if someone is interested to know, please let us know. So we have multiple different retail solution, West solution, readers for a picking application as well, tags and cards. Next. So what's happened during the emergency? Let's say people was starting to consider which can be the solution, what we can do in order to help the people to keep a safe distance. Next. So we created the Close to Me, that is a family of device, and we consider that it's possible to be applied in any area where there is a possibility that you stay too close to your colleagues, to your friends, to your, let's say, employee, let's say, because this is a solution that we are especially offering in the industries. We have several customers in different areas, in different applications, and they would like to help the employee, the people, to remind this is very important, very safe, okay? To stay not so close in this way. Next slide. So Close to Me is a sensor that is wearable. That's the concept. So we create a little ergonomy in order to be sure that the people don't have a big pain to dress it. It's exactly like a smartwatch. In this case, you see here from the picture, and is using the latest technology about BLA Bluetooth and the possibility to have a good result. Next. How it works and which are the features, let's say, of this machine. So we have two wristband model and we have two keyring or key fob models. So you should have a possibility also to choose. All of them are working under a Bluetooth environment. So basically, we'll see next slide. There is at least a buzzer. Go back, Katalin, sorry. Buzzer as well, LED, and of course the on-off button. There is another peculiarity that is quite important if you want to use, it's not mandatory, that you can make a storage of the event in the memory, as well as you can also download this event from a gateway or from a mobile app. Let's go next slide, please. So how it works? So basically, the devices are creating a kind of bubble of radio frequency, and the device detected the signal from the other wearable. So the minimum to have a solution are 2 devices. Of course, it depends how many the employee, how many people you want to help with this solution. You can adjust a little bit the distance. Normally is 1 meter, 1.5 meters is the correct distance. If you met your friend and you're very happy to see after the lockdown and you want to be too close, let's say, the machines recognize that you are too close and then they start to make a vibration or acoustic signal to remind this. It doesn't matter. So we are not giving different than this, but it's very important that this is a psychological support to the people. Okay, so we receive the mask, we receive the gloves, we receive the instruction what to do, but the people are human and the people are sometimes no memory. So it's very interesting. This is a device that is helping you to remind it. So what is the okay? So what is also possible to be done with a little software, let's say quite easy software that is available with the dongle BLA. So we have possibility to connect it to a simple PC, and you can make a setup, and you also create a list of the user connected to the single bracelet or wearable. Every wearable have a MAC address, so you can register in one file MAC address and the person, and in another file just the MAC address, so you don't need to break, let's say, the privacy rules. The same can be done through the gateway. Of course, this is more, I would say, for large quantity of users, so can be put on entrance and exit, so it can be easy to collect information as well. I would like to remind, this is not mandatory. You can use as it is, just as a reminder. Perfect, is not a problem. We have seen our customer in Italy, they decide to use it absolutely in a free way, so no download of the data. If it is necessary, the memory is big enough, so probably you have more than 20 days event into the memory itself. So if it is necessary, you can even download later on. Next slide. So here we see, I would like to go fast on this, but just to show you difference between the devices. So this is the top of the machine, is a full IP65 machine. You have a vibration motor, and you can charge the battery via wireless, like a smartphone. Okay, next. We have the second wristband data. The second one is similar exactly about all the information, let's say, and as well as vibration, and you have also the two buttons, but you can charge it via USB. So it's, let's say, more easy to use it. Next. We have the entry level, that is the key fob. In this case, you can put on your neck. Okay, and here we have a CR20 to 32 battery, so and is replaceable. And the last one, yes, and the last one is the new entry. That is basically the same USB charging wristband that is possible to have also in the key fob. I guess this one and the other bracelet are the best seller in this moment. So many customers are interested to have this one because it's more easy to charge via USB. It's basically the same charger of the standard phones, so smartphones. So it's quite easy. Next. Okay, here we have the datasheet concerning the gateway. Of course, this is just dedicated to this specific application as an Ethernet communication. Can be also Wi-Fi if necessary. And inside you have a Linux Raspberry module. So you can receive the information, and then through a very simple method, you can download it from your cloud application, let's say. Here some ideas, some samples how it works normally when you have the Close to Me in a large environment, Total Technology offices, for example. So at the entrance, you have the gateway that is recognizing that you are wearing the device. Click again, please. So basically, each employee receives the Close to Me at the day 0, and then the machine itself, so the gateway can turn on the device when you have correct dressed it. Okay. During the day, next click again. During the day, the device recognizes if you have close contact and records. So again, the story about the records in the memory. And then what's happened at the exit. Next slide. Click again. Okay. So what's happened then is exactly the same. So at the gateway, at the moment that you are going out, the gateway recognizes that you are dressing the device, recognize that you have some memory event, download the event if is necessary, and switch off the device. So next, click. So of course you can create your mobile app if you like, otherwise there is an easy way to interrogate the gateway from your cloud. And all this information that we discussed, at least for Italy, because it was quite mandatory, you can download and permit the health national services to retrieve this information if necessary. So if there is unfortunately one cases to this COVID, you should have the possibility to know who the person was in contact with. So help really the how say the company to permit to provide a best possible place to work for the employees. Next. Here we are. Okay, now we are going to talk about another wearable, but absolutely in a different, I would say, performance. In this case, we are talking about Vita. So Vita means life. Okay, so is something that you can click, please. So why we have this device? What's happened? So first of all, our head of engineering team has this prototype in a drawer for more than 8 months. He was studying to do it to support and help him grandpa and grandma. So during the COVID, of course, we receive a lot of requests to give something with a lot of sensor with multiple capability to receive more information. And we start, of course, from our experience in wearables. As you see before, we have done already very big solution, for example, for the waste management and the easy way to collect the information from the collectors. Sorry for my wording, and of course to have a device that must be cloud-based with no configuration, so you can do it by remote from your application, but not asking to the user to do any. So just dress it after the charge. So where we can use, of course, this was a big, still is a big question mark to use it. For example, to the medical remote control for doctors. We can take care about care homes and patients in quarantine. And of course, telemedicine for hospital, one of the big issues that we faced, and we hope to not see, but who knows. It was the lack of personnel in some places. So if you have these kind of devices, you can receive all the information through the monitor of your PC. You have one person for many, with no necessity to jump to the bed of the patient. This is another problem that we see, as at least in Italy, very deeply. And the next application that are quite more, I say, easy way to see that is possible to assist workers in hazard and hard environment, as well as monitoring the vital parameters of some isolated workers. So what is and who is the Vita? So here we have a lot of click, Katalin. So first, there is a detection of movement and falling of the person. So basically we have two different sensors that is taking care about the eventual drop, as well as if you, after the drop, you are moving. Of course, we should use the same social distancing. You can have another important feature. Okay, the detection if you remove from the wrist the device. You can issue an alert, an alarm to the system. Of course, it's based on a Bluetooth BLE. And of course, you can have indoor and outdoor positioning. Indoor, of course, is necessary through Bluetooth beacons, and outdoor, the machine itself has GPS, GLONASS, Beidou, every kind of satellite connection. Then we go to the medical part of the device. So we talk about the safety from one side, and now we go to the medical part. And the medical part is the one that we have finished right now. We are going to provide the first finished device this week. Measurement of the heartbeat based on an optical sensors and measurement of electrocardiogram. We can have the oxygen saturation sensor, and this became very important, very, I would say, trendy during the COVID period, at least when we discovered that the saturation of the oxygen in the blood is a very important parameter. And we can do it right now. We have a very high quality sensors installed. Of course, we are measuring the body temperature. And how we can communicate all of this very interesting communication, let's say information, via a cloud, via a smartphone or tablet connectivity, yes, but basically you can go directly to the application in the cloud using the narrowband IoT that is becoming right now the standard of the telecommunication of any IoT device. Next slide. Click, please. Again. So, as we discussed before, in the home or in the hospital or in the environment, closed environment, the GPS doesn't work. So you need to repeat this using a beacon Bluetooth, and through the narrowband IoT. If you are outside, go to the next. Click again. Okay, so in the between there is a middleware that is basically just a tool that we are providing as well, and then you can receive the information. You're retrieving the data from the middleware to the other cloud. In this case, we discuss about the hospital. Okay, hospital have a lot of application for sure, and they can receive this information. But think about, for example, companies that are providing teleservices, security services, and other stuff like that, or large corporate that they have already their own center, operating center, so they can be connected directly in this way to the operators, to the workers. Okay, next slide. Okay, we are going to be a little bit more technical in this way. So basically, we are using a MQTT protocol that is quite important to be sure that it has probably the majority of the communication through IoT systems. And there are several possibilities to make integration also different in this way. So if you click again, sorry, basically we can use also, if you don't have the operating center, to use a Telegram or WhatsApp. So we can use to send a report, send alarm, and send the settings, because this is the other thing. So like a user list, there is another one to click. Okay. In this case, you have this possibility to use a Telegram application. Otherwise, you use these RESTful API-based platforms that are based on a JSON method and TLS certificate. I'm sorry, these are very, very deep professional, but it's important to understand that we take care about these sensitive data. So we are not considering that can be done using this to any. So we can send this information to any. In Italy, for example, if I have the temperature, I cannot send to my boss. I need to send it to a person that is dedicated, that basically is the doctor, let's say, that is taking care about the patient, or the person for the safety, or the people that receive this information that can use it in proper way. And why choosing Vita? Yes, click. So we are using the latest possible sensors. Is drawing a little power. So we have the main down sensor, as well is compliant to the privacy, as I told you. When it is removed sounds, you have the social distancing, and of course, is AI, so intelligent artificial intelligence. Okay. So basically, you don't need to make any settings to permit you to work. I guess I'm at the end. I thank you. Mulțumesc. For any question, please redirect to Total Technology friends, and I will be more than happy to help you. Thanks a lot.
Thank you very much, Marco. Thank you, Peter. Thank you guys for your support. Soluții interesante. Ne cerem scuze că am depășit timpul promis, dar vă mulțumim totuși că ați rămas alături de noi. Ne place să vorbim despre soluții interesante. Ne-ar face plăcere să le discutăm și separat dacă le considerați oportune într-un anumit fel și echipa noastră vă poate asista. Okay, so Peter, we have a question, but I think it was answered. If the electronic labels can be used in the warehouse, so the answer is yes.
Hello, can you hear me? Sorry.
Yes.
I'm here.
The question is if the electronic labels can be used in the warehouse.
Of course. You saw it on the pictures. We have it for a variety of use cases, either for rack signage to see which pallet place or picking place it is, or in a smaller if boxes are asked. So we have different use cases using ESL in the warehouse.
Great, thank you. Mulțumim tuturor, mulțumim pentru participarea de astăzi și vom reveni cu aceste informații prezentate astăzi. Au fost multe informații, sperăm că și interesante de altfel, iar echipa noastră Total Technologies împreună cu partenerii Ellen Consult și Part Italia vă stăm la dispoziție pentru orice este nevoie. O zi minunată vă dorim și aveți grijă de dumneavoastră.